Hello, today we have this problem from subscriber. We need to find r tiny in terms of r big, where r tiny is radius of a cone inscribed in a sphere of radius r big, given that cone is supposed to be of the maximum volume. Okay, so let's begin with isosceles triangle to represent the cone plus the base. Now, thing is, this isosceles triangle is going to be part of the cone, and a section of a sphere, a plane intersection, is going to be a circle where that isosceles triangle is inscribed. Now we know that it is going to be 2 times r tiny. Let's also draw the height here. Could be h. Let's say that the side of this isosceles triangle are going to be some length c. Let's say we know this angle and call it alpha. Okay. Now, thing is, according to the law of sines, a side over its sine is going to be diameter of the circumscribed circle. So in this case, a handy one would be c over sine alpha equals 2 times capital R. Now, c can be easily described in terms of r tiny. That's gonna be r tiny over cosine alpha. So it's gonna be this. Now, thanks to double angular formula, we know that this is simply sine of 2 alpha times 1 over 2. We'll bring it into the numerator, then we can simply divide both sides by 2. And look what we've got here. We got a direct connection of the triangle to r capital, and it also allows us to represent r in terms of r capital, the r capital times sine 2 alpha. Now, thing is, we can represent h in terms of r tiny. That's going to be tangent alpha times r tiny. So essentially, now we represent everything in terms of r capital and an angle. And since r capital is something given, we need to find angle at which this is gonna be maximized. So let's write down the volume of a cone formula. That's gonna be pi over 3 times r squared times h. I've already expressed h in terms of r. That's going to be tangent alpha times r cubed. Now for r, we can bring out the r capital here. And the main part that varies is this: tangent of alpha times sine of 2 alpha to the 3rd power. Okay, cool. So this is a constant, we don't really care, we need to maximize this. Let's say that f of alpha is going to be this expression. Now, thing is, tangent of alpha is going to be sine of alpha over cosine of alpha. Sine of 2 alpha is going to be 2 times sine alpha times cosine alpha. So let's rewrite this all with sines and cosines. That's going to be 8 times sine to the 4th power of alpha times cosine squared of alpha. Now we need to maximize this. Let's bring out the square here. Now, mind you, we need to express r in terms of r capital, so we really only need to find sine of 2 alpha. So we can do a substitution. We can say we're working with angles from 0 degrees to 90 degrees, aka pi over 2 in radians, and say that we can replace cosine of alpha with 1 minus sine squared of alpha. And now would you look at that in the expression, now we can just write it as f of sine squared of alpha equals 8 times, let's say that this is gonna be just t, or t equals sine squared of alpha. T times square root of 1 minus t. Well, that's squared. That's gonna be 8 times t squared times 1 minus t. So thing is, sine is a rising function on this interval, so this shouldn't be a problem maximizing this. So 8 times t squared minus t cubed. Now we need to maximize t squared minus t cubed. Let's differentiate it. We are gonna have 3 times t squared. Not just that, minus 3 times t squared plus 2 times t. Now let's find when that is going to be equal to 0. It's going to be equal to 0 either when t is equal to 0 or when minus 3t plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, one of the critical points of the function is t equals 0, and the other critical point is going to be 2 over 3. So we know that we don't need this critical point, we did need sine with 0. This is the only critical point that actually matters to us. So let's apply it. We know that sine squared of a is going to be equal to 2 over 3. And the original formula, let's rewrite it as r capital times 2 sine alpha times cosine alpha. So sine alpha here is going to be square root of 6 over 3. Cosine squared alpha is going to be 1 over 3. And cosine alpha is going to be square root of 3 over 3. So this multiplication over here is going to be 2 times square root of 6 over 3 times square root of 3 over 3 times r capital. That's gonna be 2 times root of 2 times 3, 9 times r equals 6, no, I'm being stupid. 2 times square root of 2 over 3 times capital R. I think that's it. So we have expressed the tiny r in terms of capital R. If I made any stupid mistake, I do have to hear it, because this is kind of half-assed. I really have little time today, because I'm spending studying, because I want to provide slightly more complicated content. I also have school assignments I have to deal with, so I hope you don't really mind it that much. Thank you for your time, and bye.